Hello, this is Mr. Frank, and welcome to Learning Target 9E. I can find the surface area of a prism. So here's where we are in the unit, just sort of at the beginning, and let's get underway. We got some vocabulary review yesterday. We learned about a net, a two-dimensional pattern that forms a solid when it's folded. We're going to look at some nets today and see how that helps us with surface area. And surface area, this is probably a review from a previous year, but it's the sum of the area of all the faces of an object, of a prism. And think about a face as the side. I like to think about wrapping a present. There's 6 sides to this rectangular prism, one here, one here, one here, and there are 3 others that we don't see. They're not facing the camera. We have to find the area for each of these sides, add them up, and we get the total surface area. So think about surface area as wrapping a present. So here's why we use nets to help us with surface area, because sometimes it's hard to see all of the shapes in this prism, in this rectangular prism, so we use a net. So we flatten it out. We see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different sides, just like you'd expect in a rectangular prism. We could put the dimensions right on the net and then figure out the area of each of these rectangles and then add them up. And let me just show you. I think you'll like this visual here. So here's where we can have a net with dimensions. You can see how it folds up to a nice rectangular prism. We have those same dimensions here, and then you can unfold it to a net. So that's how nets and prisms are related. So let's keep moving, and let's talk about the steps to finding the surface area. First, you want to count the number of faces, and you want to do this because it's important to make sure you have an area for each face on a prism. So then we're going to find the dimensions for the prism, the length, the width, and the height, and we'll write them in. And then for each of the faces, we'll determine the area. Now, if certain faces have the exact same dimensions, they're the same size, you can find the surface area for one of those sides and then multiply by the number of sides that are the same. That could save you a little bit of work if you want to do that, and we're going to do that a little bit today. And then add up all of the surface areas for each of the faces. And that gets you total surface area for the object. So let's practice. So we have a rectangular prism here. I'm going to get a pen going, and let's look at all the sides. Let's look at all the faces. I have 10 by 5 meters. That's the bottom right here. Think about 10 by 5. That's one of my faces. That's 50 meters. Let's get a different pen color. We'll have some fun with that. 10 by 6. That's the front face right here. We'll do a little swirly thing there. So you see 10 by 6. That would be 60 meters squared, the area of just this face here. There's another face that we see, which is 6 by 5. Let's get another color. So how about we try orange? So right there, that's 6 by 5, and you can see, we'll make a little, I don't know what that is. Looks like a hand. 6 by 5, that would be 30 meters squared, because 6 times 5 is 30, so 30 meters squared. Now this is the area of 3 of the faces. There are 3 other faces, but those other faces are the exact same dimensions as the one that I've already done. And you can look at this net over here to see the top. These 2 have the same dimensions. The fronts have the same dimensions. And the sides have the same dimensions. And that'll be true with a rectangular prism. So I can add up the 3 faces that I figured the areas of. And I get 140 meters squared. Then I'm going to multiply it by 2. Because there are 3 other faces with the exact same dimensions. So I'm going to multiply this sum by 2, so we have all 6 faces accounted for. So my answer is 280 meters squared. So now let's, your turn. You can get some practice. You'll see I put the steps to follow right here for you. So if you're stuck, read these steps. Or if you're not sure, just go back to the last slide and review that last slide again. So I want you to pause here and come back when you figured out the surface area of this rectangular prism. All right, welcome back. So let's see how you did. So you should have had one face, 5 by 3. That would be the bottom here. So 5 by 3, that's the bottom. So I'll change the pen color so we can see some other things. Then you have 5 by 4. So 5 by 4. 4 is the height. So 5 by 4. That would be this surface right here, that face right there. And another one would be 3 by 4. I'll keep the same color and I'll put a big X right there for 3 by 4. So that surface area is 12 centimeters squared. Now I know the other three faces are going to have the same surface area, same area, so I'm going to add these up and multiply it by 2 to get all 6 faces. And you should have gotten 94 centimeters squared. I hope you did. If you're not sure, go rewind back to the previous slide and make sure you understand how to do this. If you got it, let's move on. So now let's try a triangular prism. So how many faces does a triangular prism have? Because the first step is counting the number of faces. So I got 1, I got 2, it's hard to write with this, I got 3, that's this big rectangle. I got a triangle over here, 4, and I got a triangle right here. That's 5. I know that's a little hard to see sometimes, but I'll help you. All right, wait for the bell. All right, I guess it's lunchtime for somebody. Let's figure out these sides. 4 by 7. That's going to be the bottom right here. 4 by 7. 3 by 7. 3 by 7. We know this is 7 here because it's the same dimension here. So 3 by 7 is going to be this back side here. 5 by 7. That's the big panel right here, the big face right here. And then we have the 2 triangles. You can see the triangles. I'll try and outline them. One's right there, and one is right here. So those are the triangles, and those are the same size. So we could do base times height divided by 2. 4 by 3 divided by 2. We get 6, and we need that twice because we have that triangle twice. If we add up all of these areas from all the faces, we get 96 feet squared. 96 feet squared. So now it's your turn to try. So remember, there are going to be 5 faces here on this triangular prism. You have your bottom here, you have the back, you have this big one here, you have the 2 triangles. So try and figure out what the area is for each of the faces and then come back and see how you did. All right, welcome back. So let's see how you did. One face, the bottom, is 10 by 12, so right there. That's 10 by 12 centimeters. Then we have 16 by 10 centimeters. That would be this face right here. I'll grab a different color, help us see this a little better. The next face would be 10 by 20. That's this big panel here. Big face there. And then we have the 2 triangular sides. The 2 triangular sides is base times height divided by 2. We get 96 centimeters squared. And we're going to need that one twice because there are 2 of them. I could have also had multiplied that by 2, but here I'm adding them. If I add them together, I get 672 centimeters squared. So you should have gotten that. I hope you did. If not, you can rewind and check out the previous slide. All right, now I want you to find the surface area of a rectangular prism. I'm giving you a word problem. Find the surface area of a rectangular prism if the base is 5 centimeters, the width is 8 centimeters, and the height is 4 centimeters. So I'm going to help you with a hint. Draw the rectangular prism and label the length, width, and height. So I'm going to help you draw it. There's a rectangular prism. If you need to copy it off the screen, you can, or bring it into Notability, and then label the length, width, and height, and figure out the area. All right, so let's see how you do. Pause here and go ahead and do it. All right, welcome back. I want you to bring your answer back to class tomorrow. We'll see how you did then. And then please take a minute and please capture what you learned or were reminded of, and then also what questions you have are. I appreciate it, and I hope you enjoyed the video.